Are we doing this? We're really doing this. I gotta take a headache pill. It's not a blue pill. I got a headache. It's a funny thing. I know I should have my shoulder brace on. I know. Way to rake me over the coals. Remind me of my problems. And scold me at the same time. Dude, this ain't even tight enough. I know I should be wearing my sling. It's much more comfortable. I know. Protect my shoulder so I do not become a burden upon the medical insurance system. Oh, he's political. He's one of those. Let me guess. He's a fucking communist pinko? Dude, I don't know enough about communism to be anything. I don't know enough about anything to be anything. All I know about is Bright Idea Records and video games and more, because I'm JJ motherfucking Styles, aka JJ Baker, aka the Optical Illusion, aka my father's name, but with like Franklin. That was his middle. I'm Gerald. And that's about it. I got nothing to hide. I'd like to have pride, but deep down inside, I'm just I feel like I just cried. Oh, that's right. I had to stifle my cry because I don't want a stuffy nose. I hope this headache goes away. I knew this was a terrible idea. I look terrible. I feel terrible. I probably sound terrible, and I probably am terrible. Well then, fuck it. Let's just go to hell. What was I gonna do? Why did I start this? I know there's a reason. Let me backtrack. Uh, I think I was this a social or technical or otherwise? Was this an art-filled musical? What kind of problem did I have a second ago? Between the combination of the headache and getting the goddamn video recording software up and running again, I lost my anger. It's not really anger. It's more like anger will make you insane. Being annoyed will just make you a little bitch. Do I look insane or do I look like a little bitch? A broken down, sorrow filled, sour, disappointed little bitch? Wait, it's coming back to me. I think when I said disappointed, it jarred something. No, I haven't been stoned since like yesterday. I didn't wake and bake. Dude, I'm poor. I gotta reserve this. This! Can you hear it? I gotta save the herb for when I need it. I can't just fucking wake and bake, you privileged little fuck. Wait. Privileged, disappointed. I've almost got my fucking thought back. It's so hard. It's so not rewarding. It's so not worth it. Having an original idea, being an originator. Hey, how's about just trying to be normal and function normally, like all the so called normals, in a mediocre fashion? Not even above normal, like below normal. You can still sustain yourself below normal. Granted, if you're a high school dropout with no diploma, that might make it impossible. If you have a college degree stating that you're a computer science genius, that might work. But if you get yourself in a disabling, life altering, tragic, fatal accident where you're the only survivor, well, then that'll kind of throw your chances out the window. Why? It's not my fault. My society promises me everything. It really fucking does. It tries to be your parents, your girlfriend, your nanny. It tries to be you. It's basically trying to do your job for you and do it so well that you go, God damn, this is convenient. I'd rather do this than be myself. And little do you know, it's not doing that good of a job at all. It's literally hanging on by the skin of its teeth. It's literally like, you ever seen that poster where it's all hang in there, baby? Or I think that's what it says. Hang in there, kitty. And it shows like a cat hanging by a tree branch by the tippy tips of its claws, its cute little paws and claws. And that cat has a very nervous look on its face. I think Garfield did a parody one time. Garfield the cat, made by Jim Davis, a human that lived in the Midwest of America, the United States of, and made a cartoon in the late 70s that is still poignant to this very day. Why would such a thing be poignant, JJ? Well, I don't know. It had syndication in the newspapers, you see. There used to be a thing called the Sunday Funnies, and it used to matter until the internet came along and you could get anything on demand. And I prefer it that. I really do. I'm all about the on demand. Like back in the day, is this thing working? Is it cutting out my voice? I see the meter dropping. Maybe my attack rate is too high? Maybe it drops out before I'm done ending my sentence? Might have to check that. Give me a second. I gotta do my pain drugs. My narcotics. Yeah, I know. You probably think I'm the disturbed one. Guess what? I never asked for this. It's not due to youthful experimentation. It's merely because of a lacking. Your systems are lacking. Yeah, I know my shoulder hurts. It's not completely disabled. I'm keeping it in a sling to protect it. And you know what the funny thing is? When I go to the doctor and I tell them, Doctor, my shoulder hurts. And it's not just my shoulder. Basically, any time that you get hurt, you son of a bitch, I will fucking shatter you. Yeah, the meds haven't kicked in yet, and I'm not even sure it's the meds pissing me off. I think it might just be you, you stupid fuck. Come on. I'm capable. I can focus a camera. You goddamn son of a bitch, you're gonna make me feel feeble. This is one of the best things I know how to do. I am not feeble. You're just a shithead. I am not feeble. I know how to focus a fucking camera. What do you think, dumbass? I am not the feeble one. I just don't have the resources to look graceful. Being a human is not graceful. Are you graceful? Well, then why don't you go compete in the figure... Oh, I'm getting the message. In the figure skating Winter Olympics? If you're so fucking graceful, do us all a favor and win a gold medal, why don't you? You just suck my ass. Before I take a shower. I was gonna take a shower, I know. I'm so filthy. My mouth, my body, my life, what I represent. Dude, you know what's filthy? You're filthy lucre? Hey, you know what's filthy? The way you look at me, you filthy looker. You know what's filthy? How you lurk, you filthy lurker. Why don't you say something? Stick up for me, you filthy little... filthy little human. You disappoint me so much. I only gave you life in the form of what? Video games? No, I didn't invent video games. No, I never said that. Nobody else ever said that. That would be awesome, though. That would be an awesome claim to fame. I think it was actually done on a PDP-11 back in the day. There was this guy, he made like a... Yeah, it was a he. It was a very... Being a computer nerd used to be a very masculine thing to do. Even if you were the most effeminate guy in your neighborhood, the most effeminate guy at your family reunion, hey, guess what? Being a computer nerd, it was a male-dominated field. So if you were a computer nerd, you were masculine as fuck, and nobody can take that away from you. For whatever that's worth, I don't know what it's worth, dude. My masculinity is making me toxic, because I'd like to kill you. Because you're so fucking stupid, ignorant, careless, and also non-empathetic. Because if one person was empathetic, I wouldn't suffer as much as I do. You know who that one person is? Sorry, poor kid. No, you can't help me. Unless you can wrangle together a million other people. I don't even need $1,000,000. If I could get 12,000 people to give me $1, I'd get a goddamn double stem cell treatment right now and probably bitch less. How much is that to ask for? 12,000 people to give me $1. I'm not going to ask you for shit. You should buy my music, and you should be grateful I'm still alive to make it. Suck my dirty, filthy asshole, you filthy lucre, filthy looker, filthy lurker, you filthy, filthy fucking human. I can't stand you. Why would you make me ask for help when I'm already so desperate looking? I'm obviously articulate. I'm obviously a contribution to humanity. I'm obviously the original streamer. Good God, y'all. Is nothing sacred? Let me guess. The answer to that question... Hold on. Is nothing sacred? The answer to that question is no. Nothing is fucking sacred. You people don't give a fuck about shit. I'm glad I didn't pay attention during history class. Because if I had, I'd be the nerd. Because I'd actually understand and know things, even though my peers don't. They don't know or appreciate a goddamn thing. Can I invert this? This is disappointing. Here, what if I do this? I'll use the defaults instead of trying to think I know better. That's not perfect, but at least I'm still unaltered. Everything's so disappointing, you guys. And it just gets worse. Ooh, look at that flicker. That's weird. It just gets worse with age. You ever wonder why your old people are so... Yeah, I mean... I'm just saying, it could be your grandpa, grandma, it could be your step-grandma, grandpa, it could be your adopted grandma, it could be your foster grandma, grandpa. I'm just saying grandma, grandpa, because those are usually the old people that we know. If you're a young person, you don't know a whole lot of people. If you know any old people at all, it's probably going to be your old grandpa and grandma. I met my great-grandma, but she croaked before I could actually get to know her well. But we took a photo. It was important to establish the fact that I'm a Native American, and without the photo, that wouldn't have happened. Why is it important to establish I'm a Native American underneath all my whiteness? Oh, it's because our land was totally fucking... It's like, you ever seen that magic trick with a tablecloth? And they pull it out, and yet the dishes and silverware and the centerpiece, the lovely centerpiece that was painstakingly, carefully put together by a person with very good taste, and still subtle enough to not be gaudy and the focus of... Because the discussion amongst the adults, including the young adults, is really the focus of the whole event. Not the food, not the centerpiece. It's more about being together. But at the same time, it's awfully lovely, that centerpiece. It was probably put together by like Martha Stewart or another leader type female, or just a very sensitive, effeminate man, possibly gay. A sensitive person that does not seek to offend. Yeah, I'm a sensitive person and I seek to offend. That's probably why I'm not gay. No, it's probably vice versa. I'm probably not gay because I seek to offend. I don't want to hurt you, but I definitely want to rattle your fucking cage. Because you make me sick. I never asked to be different. I never really, like, asked for anything. I remember when I had colic. Actually, I don't remember. I was a baby. But I cried out, help me, my guts are all fucked up. And then I got help. My doctors did something. And then when I was a toddler, I cried out, ow, help me, my hip hurts. And that's when they discovered the osteomyelitis, which turned into osteochondromatosis, which I in fact believe is leg perthes, according to modern medical techniques and technology. But what do I know? I'm not a doctor. I'm just the guy that lived through it. Yeah? And what's my point? I never asked for much. And I never asked for my problems. I never asked to be born. I never asked for any of this, but I still get it by the heap load. Thanks, society, for... It's like millions of dead cops, millions of dead children, the Murder Death Corporation. It's like MDC says in that one song off of Shades of Brown, a fine album I used to own until somebody stole it from me. It goes like, thanks for giving me what I didn't want. Thanks for giving me what I didn't want. I swear, that's like one of the most logical punk rock bands you could ever listen to. If you are a confused person, riddled with pain, and you're confused, filled with misunderstanding and distrust, and you just want to know, where do I go from here? I'm so confused. Everybody sucks. Why do they suck? Does everybody suck? You should just listen to some Bad Religion, some MDC, and some Dead Kennedys. And after you listen to that, you'll probably know where to take yourself. But let's just say if you go to reddit.com and you like go, hey guys, I listened to MDC, Dead Kennedys, and what was the other one? Bad Religion, of course. I listened to these punk bands and they answered a lot of my questions about why everybody sucks and they're so stupid and unwilling to fucking help me or even listen to me. But now that I understand all that, I need more direction because I wanna understand all the misunderstandings because they frustrate me to no end and make me wanna go. Unhinged. Is that a better word than postal? You're making me unhinged. Can you tell by the twitch in my cheek? I can't do that on purpose unless I think about how irritating my situation is and how little you help me. And yet you still claim to be a know-it-all, even though you never help me. You fucking know-it-all. See, that's one of the reasons why I do not claim to be intelligent, is because when you claim to be intelligent, sometimes people ask you for help, and when you don't provide it, you basically come off as a fraud. And I think fraud is a crime because it is a crime. when you lie and you take and you steal and you just totally are no good for anything other than yourself, that makes you a fraud. And you're all a fraud to me because nobody's helped me in a long time. The most helpful people I ever had in my life are all dead. And though my mother makes very good efforts, she just pisses me off because she's stupid and she doesn't empathize properly. She was adopted and raised by non-empathetic people. My father was a very sensitive, empathetic person. He wrote a song called Macho Men Do Cry. And you know why he wrote it? Because macho men do cry. It's okay. Try not to do it too much because you'll look like a little bitch. But macho men don't care if they look like little bitches, because they'll beat your fucking ass if you call me a little bitch, you little fuck. I'll fucking spread a fucking malware all across your fucking face. And I'll make you so toxic inside that every offspring that could ever happen will be retarded mongoloid, and then they'll instantly die from radioactive poisoning. That's how toxic I'll make you. How do I know how to do that? Because I'll just give you what's inside me. Because I've been neglected. Not by my parents, not by my friends, not by my close ones. I've been neglected by the world, and I'm a first world citizen. Can you imagine what the third world people are going through? Why did I start this video in the first place, dude? I really had a point to make. It's regretful. Everything's regretful. It's fucking regretful. Why don't I just get 12,000 fans to give me $1 and then I'll get some stem cell treatment and I won't have to fucking annoy you like you annoy me. You helpful fucking know-it-all.